All right, I was singing my way into the break. We're talking about High School Musical with their upcoming debut performance at Shanley High School. We have director Patrick. We have Jacob playing Troy. We have Rachel playing Gabriella. And we have Olivia playing Miss Kelsey. Good morning.
Good morning.
It was very cute when they came into studio before we came on air. I said, roll call. I need to see everybody here. And they played along, as true theater students would do. So good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, do you want to tell us just, about the musical itself and what folks can expect?
Yeah, the cool thing about High School Musical, it's such an energetic, fun musical, and it really crosses generation, because there'll be, people who saw it when it first came out at the theaters, people who saw the show when it first came out, the Broadway show, and the production, and then the younger kids who also know the music. And there's so much, we're all in this together and bop to the top. So all that music is so much fun. People recognize it, and when they come see it come alive on stage, they just really get excited about it.
Even if you think you don't know the musical, these songs are so iconic and have been used in different promotions and different advertisements that you're like, oh, I do know a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
So how about you three? How are you feeling going into the show?
We're gonna rock it. Absolutely.
We're very excited.
As Troy Bolton would say. What about you, Kelsey? Can I just call everybody by your stage names?
Sure. It works.
I'm pretty excited to see all the moving pieces come together. There's a lot of things we've been working on individually, and it's so much fun to see it all come together in one big production.
So it's everyone who's a student at Shanley High who is taking over the stage itself, right?
Right, yep.
And tell us about the production behind the scenes as well. Is that a lot of students, or is that a lot of...
Yeah, it's a lot of students and a lot of work. The cool thing is, we get together, we do our dances, and we do our lines, and we get that all together, and then it becomes this huge piece in this huge family. So, we don't want the moment to be too big for us, but once we add in that set, and those lights, and those props, and those costumes, and all that stuff, so it's just, it's so cool to go into rehearsal and see all that happening, and the amazing kids who are doing our tech, and then all the adults who are helping out, and just, it's really fun to see it all come together as a big team.
I couldn't agree more. All right, tell us when the show is and how we can get tickets.
You can find tickets at showtix4u.com. It'll be easier if you get your tickets ahead of time, so you don't have to wait in line.
Yeah.
And there'll be $6 for students and $10 for adults.
Okay, perfect. And opening night is already sold out, I think I've heard?
For 56 years, they've had a tradition of the first nighter. So there's dinner, and then there's the show. So that's Thursday night, which is sold out. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7:30, 2 o'clock.
Okay, all right. So we'll have that information online as well. I want to talk about how much really goes into rehearsals, and what's the time span that you guys are taking to put on a show like this?
Jacob?
Well,
Troy boy?
we auditioned in early December, and typically we work about, anywhere between 12 to 15 hours a week on this show, which is, quite a bit, but it's needed to make a show from a mediocre show to that kind of recreation of the High School Musical that we all know and love. So it was worth it in the end, and you're gonna have a great show if you come watch us.
Oh yeah, and I know people are ready to buy their tickets if they haven't already. Okay, tell us about what it's like seeing, your fellow classmates up on stage. You don't always necessarily see people singing their hearts out.
Yeah, it's a really fun experience to work with all the cast and crew, because they're some of my best friends, and working with them is just a great experience. And it's super fun because some of them are kind of quiet during the school hours, but then when they're on stage, they can really express themselves and learn how to be in front of a crowd.
Okay, I always agree to that. There's always that quiet student who somewhere, somehow digs deep and becomes a shining star.
Yeah, we had a mom tell us recently, she said her daughter a year ago didn't do anything. She'd just go home after school and just not see anybody and be in her room and stuff. And to have her on stage this year, and she's got a bunch of lines, and she's really just rocking the stage and loving it and having friends and stuff. So to see the difference shows that, that theater experience can really make a difference in their lives.
This is exactly why we need the arts.
Exactly.
Thank you for bringing us this information to the forefront. Okay, what are you looking forward to the most? Each of you go ahead and answer.
I'll go first.
I'll just put you all in the spot, in the hot seat.
So my favorite part of this year has been the bonding, and I think when we come out for that last show of my senior year, it's going to be a really emotional moment. So that's going to be my favorite part, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. I would also say my favorite part is the bonding and just how great the cast is this year. Just being with everyone on stage will be my favorite part.
Okay.
I'm really excited to have an audience to laugh at all our jokes. We've been having a great time, and it's been really great. But it's so much different when you have an audience and they're receptive, and you realize just how funny that the jokes are and how good of a performance you can do when people are reacting. And this year we are having a preview performance today for 4th through 8th graders that we've never done before, and I'm really excited to see how that will work.
Okay, that is such a great point too, because when you are rehearsing, it's essentially an empty theater,
Right.
Right.
and you're inserting your own laugh track, making your jokes like pause for laugh, ha ha ha, and then finally to get that energy and see how it's reciprocated back with the script. That's really, really incredible, and I couldn't leave you out. What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to just the adventure of watching the show.
Yeah.
You know, for me, the important part is not the 4 times we perform the show. It's all those hours we spend putting it together and creating together, the dances, all that kind of stuff, the singing. So that's the most important part for me, is interacting with the students, and then watching the show is just a great plus.
And you know, I forgot to ask, for those who don't know, the plot is essentially a love story between high school students and how their groups of friends tackle these life-changing challenges. I didn't even ask to explain the plot. Well, you know what's funny? I'm an original. I was in high school when High School Musical came out.
There you go.
So I'm an original. That's where the obsession with Zac Efron comes from. And everyone my age surely understands. I know Jordan Schreier was in here, so he was the same way. How again can we get tickets and get involved and come see you guys?
The easiest way, again, is to check showtix4u.com. That's with the number 4. That way you don't have to stand in line. Otherwise, you can get your tickets for $6 for students or $10 for adults by cash or check at the door. But again, the easiest way, so you don't have to wait forever, will be to get them online.
Oh my goodness, perfect, so well spoken. I'm so excited for your shows. This is going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you all so much for coming on today. Oh, I love a good theater segment. All right, coming up on today's show, we'll be taking a look at cooking with Cashway. Stick around, everybody.